Hi, I'm Tobin Wagstaff. Thank you for tuning into my 5-minute drum lessons. In this video, I'm going to go over the basic drums that you have on a drum set. Keep in mind, you can add other things to your drum set, but I'm going to go over the basic ones and what I have here in front of you in this video. So the first one we're going to go over is called a snare drum. This is my snare drum. It has a top head, it has a head on the bottom, and it has snare wires that you can turn on and off, and that creates your overall sound on a snare drum. I brought out this other snare drum just to show you they can be very different, but the principle is still the same. You have a top head, you have a bottom head, and then you have snare wires right here, and you can turn these on and off with a switch. And this one would sound like this. And when you turn it on, get the snare sound, like so. Let me set this down. Okay, so now that we have the snare drum covered, on my drum set I have 5 tom-toms. These 3 right here are called rack toms or suspended toms. These drums down here are called floor toms. Floor toms sit on the floor. Rack toms or suspended toms are suspended in the air either by a rack or a stand. In my case, I'm using stands. The tom-toms are kind of like snare drums. They're different sizes. The shell depths tend to be a little deeper, and you don't have snares on them, which makes them sound kind of like the snare drum when the snares are off. And then the floor toms are deeper and they're bigger. Let's turn that on. Okay, then we got a big guy on the floor. It's called a bass drum. So you have a pedal, and if I can move this to the side, maybe you can see it pretty good. I have a pedal here that I push down with my foot, and it has a beater that strikes the head here, which is called a batter head, and that makes this head, the shell, and the head on the other side, which we call a resonating head, all vibrate and make sound, and that contributes to the overall sound that you get. And that principle is the same on all these drums. A top head, a bottom head, in some cases, they don't have to have bottom heads, and a shell of some sort. And they all make sound. All right, let's go over the cymbals. Over here on my left, I have what we call hi-hat cymbals. Hi-hat cymbals are 2 cymbals put together, kind of like a sandwich, and you have a pedal that you can open and close them with. So this is open. And if I close it, then I get more of a tighter sound. And then if I open it just a little bit, I can get kind of a washy sound. Then I also have 2 crash cymbals. I have a 16-inch crash here, and I have an 18-inch crash over here. And then I have a 20-inch ride cymbal over here. So these are all the instruments on my drum set. So if you go to the store and you're just starting to play drums and you're getting your first drum set and you get what they call a standard 5-piece drum set, then you're probably going to get this snare drum, these 2 toms, and this floor tom. This floor tom for me is an add-on. This tom-tom right here is also an add-on for me. So this right here is a standard 5-piece drum set. If you get a Fusion 5-piece drum set, the configuration is still the same. You got 2 toms here and a tom down here, but the drum sizes are different. You have a snare drum, these 2 toms, and this tom-tom here instead of the big one. And it's just a smaller drum sizes, which creates a tighter sound. They don't typically produce as much volume. My bass drum here is a 22-inch bass drum, which is what you would find on a standard 5-piece drum set. A Fusion size 5-piece drum set would have normally a 20-inch bass drum. So when I say normal or usually, that's all that means. You can do anything you want with your drum set. You can add cymbals, you can take cymbals away, you can add drums, you can take drums away. Whatever you want to do on your drum set, it's up to you. But these are the standard things. And standard cymbal setup would be the hi-hat, a crash cymbal, and a ride cymbal. Sometimes when you're getting a beginner drum set, the ride cymbal doubles as a crash cymbal, so you would get 1 cymbal and the hi-hats. Thanks for watching my video. If you found it helpful, please share it. This is 5-minute drum lesson videos, and in my description I have all the different ways you can get connected with me, and I hope to hear from you. And if you have requests for other videos, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching.